We have a very special night for you here tonight, folks. Welcome to the TPCFL stream, the second of the night, a doubleheader. You just saw earlier tonight, Colby's Saints walk away with a victory, and now we will watch as Slippy's Green Bay Packers go against a computer-controlled Baltimore Ravens, a 7-2 Ravens. The Packers 5-3-1. Of course, that one coming to a tie with Johnsy, the first time in TPCFL history. And that Johnsy game, oh man, was it riveting. Johnsy, of course, the only team to ever beat Crafty Dinners. So for him to come to a tie in that game was one hell of a tournament. Let's go to Lambeau Field. Of course, named after the Packers founder, Curly Lambeau, 78,000 strong. Ready to watch this game. Slippy has an extremely strong team, but the Ravens do as well. Formidable, to say the least. This is sure to be an exciting one. I hope you're as excited as I am for this game here. TPCFL football. We're going to get started in just a brief moment. Stay right here. Here we are, the final load screen before another exciting TPCFL game. There's head coach Commando Slippy. Such a strong coach he is, too. Behind one of the strongest quarterbacks in the league, Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams. And here we have it. Madden 18 Season 2 of the TPCFL Week 11 Ravens-Packers in historic Lambeau Field. Both teams, you look at the numbers there, look very strong. And I know this is going to be one hell of a game. Thanks for tuning in with us. Here we see them coming out onto the field, all fired up and ready to go. This crowd right there alongside them. The Ravens to kick to Green Bay. And here it is. We're playing football now. A weak kick to about the 6-yard line. Some speed there, but a little weird hop. Brings them back to the 20. And here we have Aaron Rodgers, 1,674 yards, 12 touchdowns on the year. So we see him directly behind the center, one out wide to the left, one out wide to the right, a long trailing defensive line to the right. We see the lateral throw backwards, juking around a man, jumping over his own defender, and finally being hit down hard by two defenders. For a pickup of 3, a lot of movement, not much in the yardage category. Now on the 23-yard line, 2nd and 7. Rodgers yelling at his crew, setting things up just right. The snap, the handoff, running out wide to the left, had room, but the defensive line broke through and brought them back for 1. Ty Montgomery, 507 yards. So far this season, that was a loss of 1 for him. 7 touchdowns for Montgomery. He's tied for 5th in the league with the most touchdowns. Rodgers in the shotgun, the snap, looking around, has some time, finds a man rolling to the right. 3 men come in, including 1 diving. There's an injury on the field. The reception is good. That's 4th and 1 now after a 7-yard reception. And Slippy on the opening drive forced to punt. And there we see a very high but pretty shallow, the 25-yard line, stiff-arming and driving through a man before finally being brought down by 3 others for a decent return. And they'll start out with some great field position. Joe Flacco, such a strong quarterback, 1,900 yards on the season. We'll see if he breaks 2 this game. 14 passing touchdowns, tied for 5th most touchdowns. Number 3 overall quarterback, according to TPCFL.com. The snap, a throw wildly over the receiver's head. He had room and rushed it. The receiver didn't even know the ball was in the air. The time he turned around, it was already over his head. That being said, Flacco, 65% completion rate. He's number 4 ranked for completions. So we don't see that too often. The snap, a handoff, taking it far out to the left. A beautiful spin move. Oh my God. The defender didn't stand a chance. Stopped on a dime and just did an awesome move to pick up most of the first down. 10 yards. Inches to go. 3rd down. Green Bay needs a big stop here. Flacco directly behind the center. A man behind him rolling out to the left. The handoff. It's a great play, and he just continues to sprint to the left and out of bounds. He had some room, but didn't take it. And he did get the first and stop the clock at exactly 4 minutes left to play. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10, Baltimore has the ball. No score yet. Forced Green Bay to punt in the opening drive. And now Flacco lines up behind the center with all his men along the line, except for Collins in the backfield. Some motion on the line. The handoff, but Green Bay's defense not fooled. So they drag him down for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 now. The Packers, the number 8 rush defense in the league, and the number 10 pass defense, beaten by the Ravens as the number 9 pass defense. So we'll see how the defenses hold up tonight as we watch Collins get wrapped up quickly. 4 rushes for only 12 yards so far. A loss of 2 there. A loss of 1, excuse me. Let's call it 1.5. They credited it for 2. 3rd and 13. From the 41-yard line, now out of field goal range. The fake handoff, throwing, finding a man between two receivers who's hit so hard, he drops the ball. Slippy on the sideline laughing. He loves those big hits more than anything. And now forcing Baltimore to punt. The kick is very deep. To about the 7, we'll see a return, booking it far to the left. Man, is he fast. Doing a little jump move into his own defender, which gave him the freedom to pick up an extra 1, maybe 2 yards there for a decent return. And we have some standard, very familiar field position, the 25-yard line. Green Bay will take it. Rodgers, the snap, dropping back into the pocket, has some time, finds an opening and is running, brings it down to the 35, plus some after the timeout. There's an injury on the field, but Rodgers right back on his feet after a 13-yard pickup. Now on the 38-yard line, didn't hesitate for a second, just took off, took the hit from 2 different guys, and the first down. From the 38, strong defensive line, a man in the backfield taking the snap, looking around, rolling out to his left, throwing wildly, and it's caught. Oh, and he's hit so hard, he drops the ball. That was a great play. Throwing while running, Rodgers with a very, very accurate reception. Montgomery in the backfield, 2 out wide to the left, a strong defensive line trailing to the right. As we see Rodgers switch from the left to the right, and Adams pushing out to the right as well. Dropping back in the pocket, finding a man slanting to the left, getting to the sideline, the 30, the 23 men trailing him before finally taking him down at the 18-yard line. 44 yards there, 31 of them run after the reception. What a great play. Slippy looking strong here tonight after his first 3 and out. Working the kinks out quickly and setting up on the 18-yard line for a 1st and 10. Rodgers directly behind the center, play clock dripping down to 5. The snap, the handoff, barreling through 2 men, stumbling forward for a first. That's 500 rushing yards on the season for Ty Montgomery. Rodgers, 8 yards till they're standing on the Packers logo. The snap, the handoff, pushing through 3 different defenders, 2 of which were laying on the ground, just stomping over them, cleats to skin. Picking up 6. They needed 8. 2 yards to go, and only 2nd down. Rodgers, the snap, the handoff, and wide open. He trips, falls face first into touchdown land. 6 points. Montgomery with his 8th touchdown on the season. And the extra point is up and through. 7-0. A long 75-yard drive, 46 seconds left in the first now. Green Bay will give it back to Baltimore and give their defense another chance to come up with some big stops. A dangerous kick. Looks like he's trying to get it out of bounds. That would, of course, be a penalty if he does. And he kicks it through the end zone on the right side for a touchback. So from the 25-yard line, now the same place that Slippy got his punt from. Long trailing defensive line on the left side. The snap. Finding a man out wide on the left side. A diving tackle is missed. Oh, man, and he is pushed very hard down. But not before he picks up some serious yardage. Flacco finding Gilmore. And Gilmore taking off. This is a crunch moment for Green Bay. They just scored 7, and Flacco marches almost the whole field in a single throw. Now on the 35-yard line, I formation, the snap, the handoff fake, standing, looking, a man coming in fast, throwing deep into the end zone almost, and it's knocked out of the air. What a great deflection that was. Green Bay defense, that's the pass defense we need to see. That's what makes him number 10 in the league. And continuing to climb, Matthews swats it directly out of his hands. Now from the shotgun, Flacco with Collins to his left, one out wide to the left and 2 out wide to the right. The handoff, running forward and being met heavily by the defensive line. Green Bay letting him pick up 2, but man, was he stopped hard. Again from the shotgun, the snap, a fake handoff again, looking, has plenty of time, throwing deep into the end zone, almost picked off, and Green Bay, as the period ends, swatting that one out of the air. 4th and 8 now. They're going to have to kick for the field goal and settle for 3 when they needed 7 to keep up with Green Bay. The snap. Hold looks good. A diving defender just missing the kick. So close, maybe even too early. The field goal is good. Oh, goodness. So close to being stopped. 7-3 now. Green Bay in the lead and we're getting the ball again. Calling for the fair catch from the 25-yard line. They scored last time they were in this position. On a couple of big plays. We'll see how they handle this one. The Ravens defense so strong. Number 7 in sacks, number 9 in pass yards. The handoff being met hard and losing a yard. The Ravens have 8 different people with sacks on their team. 6 of them have multiple sacks. Some of them having as much as 5 or 6 sacks. Matthew Jordan with 6. He's tied for number 1 in the league. And C.J. Mosley with 39 tackles, 4 interceptions, tied for number 1 in the league. A beautiful play. There's a flag on the field after a great throw from Rodgers is caught. This one seems like it's holding. And it will come back and then some. 2nd and 21 now from their own 14-yard line. The Ravens with 3 people over 30 tackles. They're ranked number 6 in top defense by the TPCFL. The snap. Oh, my God, and it's almost picked off. He had it in his hands, and he is beside himself. He knows that should have been good, but swatting it out of the air and bringing us to 3rd and 21, in my opinion, is a great backup. Rodgers directly behind the center, man in the backfield, 1 out wide to the left, the rest on the defensive line to the right. The snap, looking around, finds a man streaking and gets the reception. What a big pickup, but he drops the ball. Oh, my God. I thought for sure he had that one in his hands, but he was hit hard and drops the ball. Vogel for Green Bay will punt it away. It is a very decent punt given the field position. Fair catch is called, and he hits him anyway. Oh my goodness, that should be a penalty. But they're going to let it slide, as you can see Slippy on the sidelines laughing again. Some might call Slippy dirty. I'd call him fun-loving. Now it's time for the Packers defense to step up again. Maybe see a Jake Ryan sack. That would be his 6th. The snap, a handoff, rushing forward but being taken out at the knees and falling down for 1 yard. That is not going to do it. Green Bay's defense showing up today. Flacco in the shotgun. The snap, another handoff, had plenty of room to the right, but instead ran directly at a defender and is taken down for another small gain of 2. Let's call it 1 since they spotted at the 33, 3rd and 8. From the shotgun again, a man to his left, the rest out wide, the snap, looking around, finds a man open and receives it on the slant towards the center. I don't know how he even caught that one, but finally he's brought down after a 9-yard gain, and my math says that's a first. From the shotgun again, Flacco on the 42-yard line. The snap, waiting in the pocket, not moving. A man coming in, finds a man out wide on the left side. A great block and a cut back inside from the receiver, picking up an extra 2, 3, maybe even 4 yards on that one. Ran 22 yards after receiving for a big pickup, and that's what they needed. Find a hole here and exploit it. So we watch this replay. Oh, a great cut. The defender runs right past him, but there were 2 more ready to take him down. "27 yards on that play. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Baltimore trails by 4, but they have the ball, and they're driving well. Long to the right side is the defensive line. 1 out wide to the left. Boyle on the run from the right to the left, evening out that defensive line. Man in the backfield gets the ball and is hit with nowhere to run and no gain. 2nd and 10. Martinez picking up another tackle. That's his 28th on the year. He's also got 3 interceptions. Keep your eyes on him. From the shotgun, Flacco playing most of the game this way. The snap and a handoff finds a huge gap, runs into his own defender and is cut down awkwardly. Gets up just fine and picks up the first. 10 yards gained. Under 2.5 left here. Heading quickly towards the 2-minute warning from the 21-yard line, I formation. Flacco with the snap, the handoff, finding a huge gap and running through, picking up another first down before being pushed over by a defender. And we reach the 2-minute warning. 4 points separates these teams in Green Bay's favor. 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. Let's call it 1st and goal. In the shotgun. The snap, looking. Flacco finds a man wide open and catches it. Touchdown! There's another 6 on the board, and that flips the script. Now Green Bay trailing. The extra point makes it 3. So a field goal separates them. Green Bay will get the ball back with 1:57 left here. All 3 timeouts by both teams. Deep into the end zone, the fair catch called. We will see another play, another drive, start from the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers behind the center, 2 out wide to the left, a man in the backfield. The snap, waiting in the pocket, looking around, finding a man out wide to the right, and actually nobody home. So he seemed tied up in the defender, and the ball kind of moseys on its own way, hitting the ground without much contention. 1 out wide to the left, 1 out wide to the right, a man directly behind the snap, looking around, finding a man open. What a great reception, and he drops the ball. He held the ball for at least 3 seconds. How that's an incomplete, I have no idea. He is whipped around, and the centripetal force rips the ball loose. 3rd and 10 now. Slippy on the sideline swearing. I can't tell you what he said, but it has 4 letters. The snap from the shotgun, finding a man out wide. Oh my God, what a beautiful spinning around catch. And it's received. Oh my God. A 19-yard pickup. Now on the 44-yard line. A minute and a half and counting left in this game. Down by 3's Green Bay. The snap, the handoff, running up to a defensive end before being dragged down by him for a pickup of 2. Suggs with the tackle there. 2 out wide to the left, a very long and strong defensive line and a man in the backfield. Rodgers directly behind the center. Calling an audible. The defense trying to catch up here as the blitz looks like it might be coming. The snap, many men coming in, finding a man open, and the first down, there's a flag.
Let me guess, holding?
Face mask, a very popular penalty on Tavon Young of Baltimore. And this will work in Slippy's favor. 1st and 10 now from the 25-yard line, trailing by 3 with 41 seconds left in the half. 2 men out wide to the left, a man in the backfield. The snap, the lateral out wide, has plenty of room and is crushed down finally. Bumped up by 1 man and back hard by 3 others. The hurry-up offense with less than 30 seconds left on the clock. Same formation, the snap, looking, finding a man open. What a great call. Oh, my God, and he runs through several men before finally falling down on the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Timeout called Green Bay. 18 seconds left in this half. Trailing by 3 and only needs a yard to make the lead switch again. The snap, the handoff, being hit hard and collapsing before he makes it into the end zone. No gain. The clock continues to tick. From the 1-yard line. 3, 2, 1. He doesn't call a timeout and wastes his opportunity. Slippy is furious on the sideline, swearing audibly. What a unique opportunity just squandered there. Green Bay now kicks it back to Baltimore after wasting a huge opportunity. And a penalty for kicking it out of bounds instead of the 25 for a straight kick and a touchback. They'll get an extra 10. They'll get an extra 15. Now on the 40. Flacco directly behind the center. The handoff. Running forward and being hit and spun around hard. Collins 11 rushes for only 39 yards here tonight. That does bring him over 500 on the year. Such a strong runner. Now from the shotgun again, Flacco in one of his favorites with men out wide on either side and a halfback beside him, finding a man streaking across, dodging around a defender and taking off. Touchdown! What a huge play that was. A little shimmy and shake in the goal line. And 6 points are added to their score. And the extra one makes it 7-17, 7 now, a 10-point lead as Baltimore. In just over 30 seconds, they went the length of the field. So we watch a return here off a weak kick, dodging around a defender as he's almost tackled to pick up an extra couple. From the 26-yard line, mildly better field position. 1st and 10. Rodgers needs to do something here as we watch a lateral pass backwards, and he is absolutely demolished. Montgomery, 25 yards on 10 rushes. He does have a touchdown in there. That helps those stats, but no gain on that one. 2nd and 10 now. The clock ticking below 5 minutes from the 26-yard line. Trailing by 10 is Green Bay. A man to his left, the others out wide. The snap, man coming in fast, throwing it up, and it's swatted out of the air again by Baltimore. This pass defense showing why they're one spot ahead of the Packers in the number 9, and why they're the number 6 top defense overall. Green Bay taking the snap, the handoff fake, had some room if he had passed it off, but instead finding a man streaking. What a great play as he's finally tripped up directly after the reception, but not before picking up 24 yards through the air. 2 receptions for 43 yards here tonight for him. Rodgers, the snap. Oh my God! And a man comes in from behind him and just crushes him. Urban, his 2nd tackle on the night, and that one is a sack. A loss of 3. Could have been much worse if he had dropped back at all. But Rodgers was standing right on the line of scrimmage just about. Now in the shotgun, the snap, looking around, finding a man who's hit while he's receiving it, but still pulls it in. And then is hit from the front as well. 3rd and 2 after a 10-yard pickup there. Had he not been sacked, we'd have seen some fresh downs. But as it stands, he needs to pick up a couple to keep the drive alive. From the 42-yard line. Under 3.5 left to play here in the 3rd. Changing the play up a bit. The snap. Oh my God. And he's hit by 3 different guys and his own man. Williams with the sack there. My goodness. Started the night as number 7 overall in sacks, this team. And the Ravens might be moving up the scoreboard after that one. 4th and 8 after the 5-yard loss. Oh my God. Watching it again is painful. A fake punt. Oh my God, it's beautifully done. Oh, and it snaps directly to the halfback who runs forward and picks up the first down off 18-yard punt fake. He had me completely fooled. And clearly he had the Baltimore Ravens defense equally fooled. Rodgers calling an audible, switching the play up. Receiver switching sides, one going out wide to the left to match his compatriot. Running forward is the handoff and driving to pick up some yardage there. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5 now. Trailing by 7 with just over a minute and a half left in the 3rd. Rodgers wants to score here. Slippy needs to score here. The handoff again, taking off to the left side. Montgomery is so fast. And he picks up 3 there. 3rd and 2. For what it's worth, even if they don't convert here, a field goal would still be a good solution to bring them within a score. But that is not what Slippy's shooting for as we watch Rogers run from the right to the left. Now there's 3 out wide to the left. The fake handoff, a man coming in fast, and he's sacked again. Vince Wilfork, the former Patriots linebacker and a beast of a man. You do not want to see him coming in hard on you. Settling for a field goal. Slippy wondering if his controller is working properly. 3 points makes it a 1-score game. Just over 30 seconds left in the third here. A very deep kick, and it gets out in the end zone on the right sideline. Baltimore has had a great game driving down the field. 17 points so far as the third wanes down. There's a flag before the snap. False start by Baltimore. They'll have a couple extra yards now that they got to pick up to convert this first down. 1st and 15 from their own 20-yard line now. Flacco in the shotgun. Men out wide on either side and one right next to him, and he hands off to him, who is hit very hard. Collins not getting anything. 2nd and 15 now. 24 seconds left to play. Scratch that, less than 10 in the period. Flacco directly behind the center. The fake throw and the run play to keep the clock moving as the third expires. Green Bay holds them to a gain of 1 on that. 3rd and 14 now. Baltimore surely wants to convert here to keep the drive alive and keep that clock ticking with a 7-point lead. Slippy is dangerous if you give him a chance here. He is a comeback king. We saw it in the Johnsy game. We may see it again here tonight. Keep your eyes peeled. A very, very wide to the right throw by Flacco. Only 500%. Only 50% tonight. And they will kick it back to Green Bay. No fake here as we watch the punt sail through the air and out of bounds. What a great punt. Now on the 13-yard line. Koch coming up with a huge play there. And just what they needed. If you can't beat the defense, you can drive back the offense. Green Bay looking to score here, looking to put up 7 and tie this game back up. 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. The lateral pass driving through a man, too. And before finally being hit down with a good pickup. Montgomery's 13th carry of the night nets him 5. Second and 5 now. Aaron Rodgers directly behind the center. A man behind him. He hands off to him who has a gap. It's filled quickly, so he's forced to run into a lineman where he's dragged down, but not before picking up another 3. If that's able to happen again, we'll have a fresh set as they only need 2. Less than 5 minutes now to play here in the 4th. Trailing by 7 is Green Bay, controlled by Commando Slippy. Aaron Rodgers takes the snap, the handoff, running forward. Oh my God, he's hit hard, spun around, and hit again where he stumbles across the first down line. A pickup of 3. How? I don't know. Sheer force of will keeps this drive alive. Under 4.5 Left to play from the 25-yard line now. Familiar position for Slippy. He's made it work before. Finds a man streaking through two defenders. Received and run forward for a small pickup afterwards. And a big total pickup of 26 yards. 210 total yards. 153 of them passing on the day for Green Bay. Rodgers ready to keep this drive moving now from the 49-yard line. Wants to flip to the other side of the line. The snap, the lateral running out to the left and being hit down for a pickup of 4. Not bad. 2nd and 6 now. From the 45-yard line. On the enemy side of the field, calling an audible, lining up some men on the line to the right. The snap, looking around, finds a man, and it's picked off! Oh my God! Throws it directly at Mosley. That is his 5th interception of the year. And that'll put him at number 1 in the league for interceptions. And that was a pretty easy one. Slippy looks like he's walking back to the locker room as we watch an easy pass made. Oh my God, and he's hit hard as he's held by one man and crushed in the back by the other. If anyone should know about comebacks, it's Slippy. He should not count himself out at this point. We're heading towards the 2-minute warning, just under 2.5 left to play. The snap, the handoff running forward but being stuffed again. A pickup of 2, now on the 41-yard line. Baltimore lets the 2-minute warning get reached. 2nd and 8 now. 2 minutes left to play here. Only trailing by 1 score is Green Bay, and they have all their timeouts. The Ravens with the handoff, a missed tackle. And Collins is able to rush forward for a small gain there of 3. 3rd and 5 now. Baltimore just devouring clock. The snap with 2 seconds left on the play clock. A run play, but they are wrapped up quick. And that's 4th and 4 now from the 38-yard line. Looks like a very long field goal. The snap, the kick is up, and it's good. Oh! Barely making that one through from 55 yards. Green Bay trailing by 10 now with 32 seconds left on the clock as this one soars well over the head of the returner. Now from the 25-yard line. Green Bay has all their timeouts. If we see a quick score, an onside kick, and a recovery, you never know what could happen. This is TPCFL after all. The snap dropping back in the pocket is Rodgers looking for a man who is hit while trying to receive it, and it's smacked out of the air by Weddle. That's his 2nd deflection of the night. Second and 10 now. Rodgers takes the snap from behind the center, looks around, has some time, finds a man. What a great throw. He puts it in his hands and drops it as 2 men wrap him up quickly. Incomplete. 22 seconds now left on the clock. 3rd and 10. Needs to pull this one in here tonight. On this play, finds a man open. There's the first down before he's dragged down. Timeout called with 15 seconds left on the clock. 25 yards on that one. And we need something huge here if Green Bay wants to at least put up 7 before the end of the game. The snap from the shotgun, waiting, looking for a man, and he's hit. Oh, and he rolls through it. He's hit again, and he rolls through that one, throwing wildly towards the end zone, and it bounces all around. He dodged 2 sacks on that one. Wow, Rodgers showing his resiliency. That was amazing. Easily the best dodge I've seen from a quarterback this season. So we set up in Hail Mary formation. The snap, waiting, looking downfield, throwing deep. As the period expires, it's almost picked up out of the air. And that, my friends, is the end of this one. I want to thank you for joining us for more TPCFL action. You can check us out online, tpcfl.com. On Twitter, TPCFL. And check out, of course, the First and 10 podcast, wherever you get podcasts. Download that bad boy. Hosted by the owner, Brian Langell, and the Super Bowl reigning champion, Kiv Style. I want to thank you for tuning in. And I hope that you have an outstanding rest of your night.